Take me out to left field. Give me a shot of Fireball. Give me some high fives from Mark Peña and a hug from Jeff Cross as we stand on top of the tables. Hearing the horns, that's a blast. For it's 1, 2, 3 shots from the cannon with the ladies of left field.
Hey y'all, it's game time with the ladies of left field. Jordan and Katie here today.
Hey y'all.
Bringing you all the big news, which obviously is a huge week between super regionals and Women's College World Series, and then a whole bunch of other non-college things. And so we figured we'd start the show with non-college so we can spend all of our important time talking about the good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to hit up the NBA. We're into the finals now. It's the Spurs and the Knicks. And first game was on Wednesday night, and it was surprising. I think everybody thought the Spurs were going to come in and just like dominate the Knicks, and that did not happen because the Knicks won. And they won 105-95. At some points, the Spurs did look like they were going to dominate, and then they just didn't really come together. So game 2 is scheduled for Friday. It's also in San Antonio again. This is a really huge game 2 for the Spurs. They have to play better. They have to get better shots, and they got to score more points. They were held under 100 points in game 1. Which is just crazy in the NBA, especially for how explosive and offensive like Wemby and the Spurs have been. So, and then like the Knicks just really controlled the pace of the game. They controlled the momentum, especially being in San Antonio. They did that. So the Spurs have got to get game 2 because then they head to Madison Square Garden, New York City, where the atmosphere is going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. The Knicks have not won an NBA championship since 1973. So every famous person in New York is coming out, and then everybody else who cares about basketball is also coming out. So this is a huge game 2. So here we go. It's going to get interesting to watch, and it's fun. So there you go. There's my NBA update.
I love that. That's funny.
Yeah.
No, that's great because like, I have some friends that probably from college like moved to New York, and now everyone is posting about the Knicks. And I'm like, did you already? Were you a fan?
No.
Who's the one guy? Is it Spike Lee?
Yeah, Spike Lee.
Oh, okay, yeah,
totally.
I was like, I know there's one. I'm sure there are plenty, but that'll be fun too.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. I mean, yeah. I definitely want it to be interesting. So I hope the Spurs win on Friday and they go back to New York. And so we'll see. Yeah.
One, I also like. I'm a Dallas person, and I know there's 2 trains of thought of you can root for Texas or you root against people you hate, and I will root against the Spurs forever. So, this is fun for me also, just from a tangential Maverick fan thing.
I have felt the same way. I've never been a Spurs fan, but now also the Spurs used to be kind of annoying and whiny. I feel like the players were.
Sure.
So I wasn't into that, but now I'm like, these players are not annoying and whiny, so I'm a little bit more okay with it. So we'll see.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Okay.
So my hot girl headline is on. Well, I'm gonna start with NHL because I have been riding that train all year, and we're in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Carolina did make it, so I have tangentially a team. Go Hurricane. However, they lost game 1, although that was like an awesome game. The first goal, Carolina scored 25 seconds into the game, and then it was kind of back and forth, and Vegas ended up scoring their 5th goal, so to win 5-4 with like less than 4 minutes to play. I was out with some actual Carolina fan friends, and so we're watching it at a Carolina like bar watch party. Everyone's in their jerseys, and it was so sad, but it was a fun game. So it should be a good series. It seems like it'll be competitive, and that's fun. But my real and the most important hot girl headline is obviously Women's College World Series. Texas is playing Thursday night.
Yes.
To potentially beat Texas Tech and win their back-to-back Women's College World Series.
Mm-hmm.
And that hasn't happened, I believe the year's 2013-14 UCLA, maybe.
Nice.
So
let's go, ladies.
It's exciting. And the one thing I was saying is I still don't understand why they didn't pitch Nigeri Kennedy in game 1.
Yes, it made no sense.
And you and I were talking a little bit before we started recording. Like it felt like Jerry Glasgow was just rolling over and saying, "We don't need to win game 1."
Right.
Like, fine, but how did that work out for you last? Like, how did that go last year?
And I know. I mean, like, and we looked dominant. It was weird that he started a different pitcher for Anderson, and then she didn't pitch that well. And we were hitting her, so then he brought in Kennedy, and then he kind of was like, "Okay, never mind." It was like, and then he took her out.
And the thing too, which I know they kept mentioning on the broadcast, but it's like a weird softball rule that I kind of forgotten, because when you submit your lineup, Kennedy was the starting pitcher, because then they put in whoever they actually wanted to start for the DH. But since Kennedy was in the lineup and then was taken out and then was put back in, when he chose to take her out again, he couldn't put her back in.
Yeah.
There was no way to, even if the game got to like 5-4 and he wanted to, he could not have put her back in.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just like, it was just a weird choice. Like, granted, I am obviously like an armchair coach, but why not start your ace if things go poorly? Call her so you can save her arm for game 2 and 3.
Yeah.
But it just felt like he was already willing to go down by a game in the championship series. Which can't wait to see how that works out for you, sir.
I know. Well, I was like, okay, well, maybe they did have to play 2 games. What day was that, Jordan, where they had to play 2 games back to back?
That was Monday.
Okay. I mean, so maybe he was like, man, I need to give my pitchers more rest. And so I'm going to try this, thinking that, like, I don't know, but
No, that is fair too. Cause last year I think he caught a lot of heat for Kennedy starting all 3 games in the women's. So that's a good point that I didn't really think about. He did catch a lot of heat for that. So I don't know.
And, he could have watched them, like, of course, warm up and all that. And been like, man, they don't really have their stuff.
Yeah.
I would rather just let them take a day of rest and hope we can come back. Not really, thinking that it's like an automatic, but just like they're not throwing like they should, can normally throw. So there's no point. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I hope we win in game 2 and call it a dang day.
Just call it a day. I also do have to say, because I've been saying this since this happened, is I already, being a Texas fan, I won't root for Texas Tech ever, anything. I think Nigeri Kennedy is incredible, and I would root for her. However, Taylor Panel is the player who, I don't know who watched. It was in Texas's game that ESPN did the breakdown of. She came out, she got a little heated, got a bit of maybe a kerfluffle after they lost to Tennessee on Saturday, Sunday, one of those days. But she came out in her post-game press conference and said that her former coach, the coach for Tennessee, told her in the handshake line that she had made a mistake in transferring after Tennessee beat Texas Tech.
Interesting.
Went in the press conference and said that. And so someone asked the Tennessee coach, and she said, I said good game. That's what you'd say in a good game handshake line.
Yeah.
So the broadcast in Holly Road did a whole breakdown. As it turns out, as far as anyone can see, all of the video evidence shows that the Tennessee coach only said good game. Karen Ripley only said good game, shook her hand. Panel didn't react in the handshake line. She got over to the sideline and then got mad about something, which I'm sure is what precipitated the questions in the postgame press and everything. But Panel's like, Dad, and the tweets are deleted, so I actually can't read them because I guess he realized how he'd made a mistake.
Yeah.
And went on like a rampage on Twitter about Tennessee softball. So
interesting.
Top of everything else, and I don't really care because I love this for like players like Nigeri Kennedy, but a lot of people are like, strangely enough, you don't hear this often, but a lot of people are rooting for Texas because Texas Tech, they say, bought their roster. So
yeah, they did.
Whatever.
But
again,
when they're like announcing their, it's like transferred from only been here. Yeah, I noticed that the other day during the game, and I was like, this is interesting. Like, it's like nobody who's been there longer than, Nigeri, and that's about it. I feel like is the only one that's
and Nigeri transferred in last year.
I know, from OU, right?
From Stanford.
Stanford, that's right. I knew it was like, I was thinking like a red jersey team. I was like, I've seen something else.
She's been there, because I think this is her 3rd time playing Texas.
Yes.
because Texas played Stanford in
Yes.
the World Series 2 years. Anyway, so
That's
it's
right.
just one of those, like, you don't normally get people rooting for Texas, but and it's hard to really mess up enough
I know.
to make casual fans root for Texas against anybody else. So I love this.
Yeah. Agreed. Totally agree.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah. So hopefully we get to come on and share that we won in game 2 and this thing is done.
And then it's just over. Yeah. But if not, they will play on Friday night and we will have an update for you next week. Speaking of updates for next week, we will also have a super regional update because Texas Baseball is hosting a super.
Yes. I know. Speaking of the road to Omaha, as you can tell, Kasey is not with us, sadly. She had some plans come up. But, you know, she had an interesting fact, which I think is fascinating, that there will not be one single repeat team going to Omaha this year. And that's kind of crazy because that's already before the supers have started. So this will actually be the second year in a row that this has happened.
That's wild.
I know.
Because you had dynasties that were there. I mean, whether Texas, US, like LSU, A&M, I mean, that is crazy.
I know. And then it's done 2 years in a row now. And then before that, it hadn't happened since 1957. So that's like power programs, you know, for, I don't know, 70 years. And then it's like interesting now that the talent is, I don't know, spread out more, I would say, or like some of these schools were having upsets. So anyways, it's interesting. It'll make for fun supers for sure. Yeah. And so our games start, we're actually playing Saturday, Sunday.
I don't love that.
Monday.
I also don't love though. Someone was like, what are you doing Sunday? And I was like, well, nothing during the day, but I have to watch Texas baseball at 9 p.m. my time.
Yeah,
9 p.m.
Jordan, at 8. I mean, still 8 o'clock on a Sunday night.
I'm sure if at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night to go watch a baseball, that's insane.
I know. It's like, I love being at the dish, but not at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night when you got to work on Monday morning. Like, that's not cool. Not cool.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened either. Like, there had to have been a better way to do this. Oh,
I mean, I
know someone got a really raw deal. You might be going into that right now.
Well, I don't know. You can talk about that. Somebody was saying that somebody was like, this actually might be kind of smart that they avoided us, like in competition with a possible softball game. Because
Friday night, at least, like Texas, that's true. Yeah. Like Texas fans I get that, but still, man, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you might be right. But I'm trying to.
I mean, they're like primetime TV is always like Saturday night. I get, but Sunday night to me is like not prime time. I'm like, come on, put it in the afternoon. Yeah.
Oh gosh, who is West Virginia playing? I have the bracket up. Give me a sec. Oh yes, Cal Poly. Cal Poly, who I think had a late night Monday game.
Yeah,
had to fly home the next day, and then has to be in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Today to play a noon game tomorrow, 11 a.m. local time game tomorrow.
Wow.
I was like, how do you jack that one up?
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot of travel.
Yeah. I mean, just all the time zones and everything, and like,
yeah, it's a lot.
Ugh. Anyway,
so should we recap our regional?
Yeah, absolutely. And I was in and out on this too because I'm sure now I was trying to think of what all I was watching. No, I guess Friday was an easy watch. Saturday was the tough one. Sunday was easy.
Yeah. Well, all the games were great to be at. I feel like Friday night looked great. Luke Harrison started. He looked amazing. He pitched 4 scoreless innings. We dominated them. It was a crazy big win. I remember I was actually working because it was at noon or whatever on Friday, and I wasn't getting any text messages about the game. And so I kind of started to get nervous. I was like, oh, damn, are we losing? Like, nobody is like, saying anything via text. And so that usually means like not really great.
It's not going well. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I finally had a minute to like look it up, and we were up 11-0. And I was like, oh, y'all are bored. All right. I was like, this is good news. And I was like, oh, thank God. So I texted them. I was like, okay, no updates made me nervous, y'all. And Kasey was like, sorry. It was just, like we've been killing it. So yeah, I mean, We had 6 home runs in that game. I mean, Pat hit 3 himself, just like, I mean, he's like walking away with freshman of the year. So
I loved that too, because they were talking about just how impactful, like, you always remember your first postseason game, and the fact that he ripped off 3 in his first postseason, that's awesome. Or I guess NCAA tournament.
yeah.
She was saying.
And I personally love that Gumbo hit a grand slam. Like, love it for him. Love it for his family. It was awesome. And then, and then of course, Aiden Robbins is just like ended up being amazing. He was like whatever it's called, like the player of the whole the whole regional. That kid just played amazing. He hit 2 home runs on Friday night.
Yep.
And everything was just going so well. We put in good old Cody Howard to get the win relief. There you go. Fun to watch.
Yeah.
And glad and easy. Saturday, we played Tarleton State, which is also here in Texas. If you're not, it's a small school. They're the school who beat us on that Tuesday night.
I was like, I wouldn't be nervous except for the Tuesday night game.
Right.
Like,
yeah. That was the Tuesday night game that we happened to sit behind home plate because it was during spring break, and I was like disgusted by how bad we were hitting. But we looked great. We dominated them too. Again, we hit 5 home runs in that game. It was fun. We had like back-to-back home runs. It was Aiden Robbins and then Carson Tinney and then Pat. It was so fun. Yeah.
I love that. And Kasey did include our note. That's the first trio to do that since Silas Ardoin, Skylar Messenger, and Dylan Campbell did it in 2022. So that's fun.
Yeah, that is so fun. And then we were joking, like, because it was like, oh, I mean, we're just killing them. And so then we were like, oh, A-Rod got a home run. We didn't even realize it. We were kind of all like, I wouldn't say checked out, but
still,
like,
yeah. When you're up by that much, it's like you're not gonna. Dang.
Mm-hmm. Ethan Mendoza hit 1. And Dylan Delantis was just dominant. So dang dominant.
Well, and it just came out on Thursday afternoon that Volantis is on the finalist list for the National Pitcher of the Year award, which is unsurprising, but so it's him, Mason Edwards of USC, Jackson Flora of UC Santa Barbara, Aiden King from Florida, and Max Yell, I think, from West Virginia, which USC, shout out to what came up last week.
Yes.
Sean Allen, head coach of Lamar. Love that.
Go Trojan. Thanks for beating the Aggies.
Also, yes, Sean Allen, USC, and Ace Whitehead beat the Aggies. So I just, good news for all of our Texas X's, former Longhorns.
Yeah.
That was fun. Sunday was not my favorite game because I was like, why? Why do we have to make this interesting?
I know. True. It was much more competitive.
That was UCSB.
Yeah. And they're good. I mean, I do feel like they were probably the best, second best team in the regional.
Yeah.
And so Robbins, thank goodness, hit a 2-run home run in the 7th when we were trailing by 1 run so that we went up. Thank gosh.
That was after some bad, like, defensive plays, too. If I remember correctly, there was, like, yeeted into right field and some other shenanigans. Anyway, it all worked out, but I was like, we don't need to play Monday. We don't need to make this interesting.
No, we didn't want to
shut it down.
Yeah, shut it down.
Take Monday off.
Right.
Do this.
Yes, exactly. We all have things to do.
Yes.
It's really interesting at the end. I mean, like, we added a couple of runs in the 8th, had a 3-run lead, and then we were like putting in just like pitcher after pitcher after pitcher, and it was like
anybody. I was like, we're back again.
Well, I was like, Sam Cozart came in, and I was like, okay, we're done. And then it was like
Crossland came in, and I thought Crossland came in, and I was like, oh, it's fine, we're good.
Yeah, no,
wrong.
Right, wrong. And so then, I mean, I was shocked. I was like, out of nowhere, here comes Luke Harrison.
I got so nervous for a second. I was like, don't do this to him. Don't do this to him. Only because if it does go poorly, and it's not his fault, but if it goes poorly, like, that's so bad for him. But he looked so confident. I mean, I was saying, like, Luke always has like his like kind of, little smirk and like kind of trash talking into his glove and all this type of stuff. And so anyways, he came out, and thank God
got those last outs, and that's it. So shut them down. It was great. I also think Ruger looked good. I'm like, I've said this before. It's really bums me out when the offense does not get behind Ruger, and then he like, it's just not fair because he is looking good.
Yeah.
And I heard him say that like his shoulder felt better than it's felt in a long time. He felt good. So yeah.
Do you think he washed his hair?
I don't think so. He says no.
Yeah.
He says just water. I can't
Just
imagine.
curious if like when do we think
maybe he should now? Maybe he needs like
just a random thing. I'm like, how long has it been since you have like washed your hair though? Because you wear hats a lot, and that's a lot of sweat in there. Like my head gets itchy.
I'm like, do you just maybe use some soap in it at least? Like, like your
anything. I don't use your bar soap. I don't care.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe he just means he hasn't shampooed it. He's like, rub at least some soap in there.
Yeah.
Anyways,
random thoughts.
Random thoughts. All right. Well, Thomas Burns did look good in relief. He did retire all 5 batters that he faced, but then it was all the relievers after that to kind of finish and close the game. But like I said, Robbins was the regional MVP. And then Tenney, Volantis, Pack, and A-Rod all earned regional all-tournament team spots. So that was good. And now, this is interesting. Aiden Robbins is now 4th in single-season home runs with 23. He's only 1 behind Cody Clements, who has 20.
And see, like, I love Cody, but like, go.
I know. Aiden, you've got to keep it rolling, buddy. Keep it rolling through Supers and into Omaha. So
yeah,
we're going to need that to happen.
Whew.
Well, no, it's fun.
All right. So
on Sunday, just a little side note. Saturday, we did the Mats thing and then went to the game and all that. Sunday, Brett Peterson invited us to go to his house for a little brunch hangout sitch with a bunch of parents and other folks, and that was super fun. And I could hang at Brett's house for a while.
It didn't suck.
No, not at all.
Wasn't the worst.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're like, okay, this is lovely when you have your own whole bar room, whole movie theater room, whole hangout room, all the things, it was lovely. But I did love it. His wife Kelly was out of town with their oldest for a senior trip. This is just funny because like you know that if like Kelly was there, like it would have been I'm sure like some type of, and like instead Britt just orders Little Caesars.
I was like, it would have been catering, and instead I mean, I guess Little Caesars is catering to an extent.
But I mean, out of every pizza place you're going to order from, like Little Caesars. Little Caesars exist.
Austin, any like local, like
no,
Eastside pie. I don't care.
I was like, you can get some Eastside pies and get some home slice. We can get some Gaddies. I was like, I'm even shocked that their Little Caesars exist out in Rollingwood. I didn't know that was a thing. I knew it existed in East Austin, but it was funny. It just made me laugh. I was like, I kind of love the humbleness of it. I love like here's pizzas, guys. I mean, so
it's game day. We're having pizza.
Yeah,
that's great.
But it was super fun, and we had a good time. We were like, we'll be back.
Anytime. Oh, I love it. Well, so we got the Diamond Sports are big this weekend, but rowing has won another national championship. We'll just go around the horns a little bit. Everything's kind of wrapping up. We're in that weird spot where there's just not most sports are kind of wrapping up now, but rowing won another national championship. They're 4th in 6 years. The 4 national titles moves Texas into a tie for 3rd most all time behind Brown, Washington, and Cal. So that rowing's just holding it down. I'm not really surprised, and it's always like, I think I'd be more surprised if they didn't win the national championship, which sounds bad, but like they've been so dominant the last however many years. Like,
well, it's wild to win 4 in 6 years. It's crazy dominant.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm curious. I didn't look it up. We'll have to look it up maybe next week. The what is it? The Capital One Cup or something? Whatever the one that Stanford always wins.
Yeah, Kasey thought that she was saying by this win by the rowing team, she felt like for sure Del Conte had the, what's it called, Director's Cup.
That's what, Director's Cup. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So she felt like that was probably sewed up for him now.
Okay. We'll have to check that for next week. So tune back in. Because then we could also have softball between rowing happening and maybe softball. Yeah. And then last thing that I had for Around the Horns was golf. I know women wrapped up last week. The men wrapped up this week. They lost to UCLA in the quarterfinal match. So team didn't advance, but Christian Moss, Luke Potter, and Tommy Morrison all earned their Korn Ferry memberships because they finished 2, 5, and 6 respectively in the individual rankings for the end of the season. So should see, and they're seniors, so they'll be moving on, and so we'll be seeing them Korn Ferry, maybe PGA Tour sometime soon ish.
Very cool.
Yeah, but otherwise, I mean,
I was just gonna tell people, I mean, like we mentioned, watch the College World Series to watch our Longhorn softball team. Also, this weekend, our baseball team plays Oregon in the Super Regionals. We mentioned that games are Saturday, Sunday, and hopefully that's it. We win both and we're done. But, we're the number 6 seed. So again, we're hosting here in Austin. Oregon is an 11 seed. It is a best of 3 series. And the team that wins goes to the College World Series in Omaha. So, I mean, if you're here in Austin, go to the Dish. We need to be packed. We need to be loud. We need to be like crazy and super, even if we're going to be there on Sunday night. We got to work for Sunday. They're saying like Oregon definitely has power, but Texas has a deeper lineup. And so Oregon does have good starting pitching. They have a pitcher, Will Sanford, who's been really good. Apparently, he struck out 14 guys in the regional round. So it's going to be good. I feel like Oregon was one of the only, I don't know, I feel like this. Like, I feel like a bunch of other teams were losing in their regional. You know what I mean? Topper seeds. Mm-hmm. I feel like Oregon was consistent and like they did.
Held on. Yeah. Dominated the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like we did. So, and they have a lot of postseason experience. So this is Oregon's 3rd super regional in 4 years under their coach.
Yeah, because that's what they won 14-2 their first game, 4-0, 4-1. So they just they walked right through their regional too. That's a very good point. So this might be one of the more competitive ones because the other ones, you have 5 seed North Carolina hosting USC, our guys. So I mean, I have like the tie to North Carolina now, but I will also be rooting for our South Carolina people. You got Troy. That's the most interesting. You have Troy. Little Rock and Troy.
Yeah.
In another super regional. Then we got West Virginia, Cal Poly that we talked about a little earlier. You got Kansas versus Oklahoma. Yeah. I'm gonna have to root for the Jayhawks, right? Like
definitely.
We're rooting for the Jayhawks.
Yeah.
And then you got Bama versus St. John in the Tuscaloosa Super. So go St. John. I don't actually know what the mascot is, but go St. John.
Agree.
Oh, and then Georgia's hosting Mississippi State, and really power outage is fine for me there. I don't care. Right. Both of y'all be gone.
Agreed. I mean, I have more love for Mississippi State fans.
Agreed. That's fair. That's very fair.
But it's so wild. I mean, like UCLA was the top seed. They lost. Georgia State was the 2nd seed. Georgia Tech, sorry. And they lost. And so it's just been a lot of upsets. I mean, people are saying like the Texas Oregon game is probably the 2 of the, dominant teams left.
Consistently dominant teams. Not like a surprise, not a sleeper or something. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, North Carolina's been pretty good all season, but
they have.
Yeah, but then South USC also. I keep wanting to call them Southern Cal USC.
It'll be fun to watch this weekend. Like I said, I hope we win nice and easy. So we'll see.
And I forgot I did have an honorable mention just because we were talking about how sports just because sports are wrapping up and like I know no one on this podcast is generally dialed in on track and field unless Tara Davis is involved, but Texas does have, I believe, 9 either individuals or teams competing in NCAAs that will start next weekend. And that's the women's side. And then the men's side has 8 teams that will be competing in NCAAs. So As more potential national championships. Like they had Amelia Berto fastest 400-meter hurdles in her qualifier. So there could be some more titles coming down too. I know we don't dial in on track that much, but
yeah,
I'll take a natty where we can get a natty.
Exactly. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Yep.
All right. Well, enjoy softball. Let's enjoy baseball. That's everything. And we'll see y'all in left field for sure.
Yeah, left field. Hey everyone, JLC back with an update. Obviously, we recorded Thursday before Texas's Women's College World Series game, and they pulled it off. So your Texas Longhorns have won back-to-back Women's College World Series because they're freaking awesome. And obviously, we'll recap this a lot more next week, but I also all of us, I think, are in the group message crying. A, because they won. B, because Tegan and Katie shouted out Reese Atwood, wanting to send her off with a win. So this is all very awesome. We're so pumped for the Longhorns. And again, we'll see y'all in left field.